Well, welcome to Goodwill of Colorado's Monument Store. This store was actually built 6 years ago, January of 2015. I'm Doug Anderson. I'm the store manager here. I've been here about a year and a half, and just really am fortunate to be part of such a great organization. We have 59 employees here. I am here to tell you that I love that Goodwill is about giving people second chance opportunities. We work very hard to make sure our rounder tops are set up so as soon as you walk in, you're just struck with, oh my goodness, there are some treasures here in our midst. I am struck at how generous people are with their donations, but we have learned that people believe in what we do. Sometimes people have firsthand recognition of the kind of impacts that we make. I had a woman recently approach me about her son who had been part of one of our programs, and the impact of that just really touched her. And so I know that she shops with a different eye now that she's had personal contact with the programs that we offer. People know that they can get a great value by coming into Goodwill. So what we call textiles would be clothing for the most part, accessories. That is a huge percentage. Almost half of what we sell is in clothing, and predominantly women's clothing. We also know that growing children tend to grow out clothes very quickly, and so we have opportunity in our children's area as well. And we are very intentional about seasonally posting the clothes that we know are most prominent for this time of year. Our book area has recently been remodeled, and we continue to expand what's unique about our Monument location, which is our Deja Blue. It is a smaller boutique within our store. We have our wares department, so housewares, dishes, glassware, office supplies, knickknacks. Our men's department, just like the women's, we want to highlight the items that we have. So we're constantly showcasing those, making sure that we're sizing and colorizing in a way that it's easy for people to find what they're looking for. We're really, really grateful to have some really nice furniture that's given, and people know that, and so they come here looking for those specific furniture items. So this is our ADC, which stands for Attended Donation Center, and this is, of course, the lifeblood of the product that comes in. There are times we've had over 400 cars in a single day bringing us merchandise, which we're so grateful for. We put items in a poly container that's on rollers, and we bring that in and we do a soft sort into different areas of production. So this is the section where once we bring items in off of the drive, then we can start to sort into different categories. And so as these get full, we have a designated material handler, and he takes those products and gets those distributed to different areas of production. Next area I'd like to highlight is our sorting station, and this is sorting textiles. This is a huge, huge part of what we do because textiles is such a huge part. Clothing is, of course, close to half of what we sell, and they're watching for, of course, quality of product. Make sure there aren't items with stains or with tears or blemishes. After we're done sorting, we move to our hanging station. After we hang, then we tag. And this is where items are already hung in a way that they're hung according to category and price. And then all Elizabeth has to do is go through and tag those accordingly. And then once it's tagged, we send it out onto the floor and we put it into the different categories. This is our books and media, where books are scanned, and that tells us whether books need to go to our e-commerce department. Other ones will go out onto the floor, and we can make those available to our guests. Books for e-com get into these green totes, and those get secured and sent out on the truck to our e-com department. The similar vein is our electronics department. Ben is really, really good at making sure that he's testing items to make sure they work. We certainly don't want to put broken items out on the floor. And so we have a structure of good, better, and best. And so high-end items that we want to get more benefit out of course, we'll price those on that upper end. And then we'll have better products that will fit in that middle tier. And sometimes people just want something cheap just to get them by. But our basic rule of thumb is if we can get more out of an item on e-com and e-commerce than we can on the floor, then that's how we make that decision. On behalf of Goodwill of Colorado, I just want to thank you so much for your time on the board. Thank you for what you're doing to help contribute as we change lives for good. And on behalf of the Monument location, we just thank you again for your service and invite you to visit not just this location, but any of the Goodwill locations and see for yourself what happens in the retail area.